Top 7 Creepy Places in the Philippines. Number 1, Lapiral White House, Baguio. The Lapiral White House is a Victorian-style house that is built in the 1920s. It was owned by the Lapiral clan of Don Roberto and Doña Victorina. But the house is a witness to the brutalities of World War II, which earned the house its spot in the list of the most haunted places in the Philippines. The said house is where Japanese soldiers reportedly tortured and killed Filipinos who are suspected to be working with the Americans. According to the longtime caretakers of the house, apparitions of a woman and a little girl are often seen around the house. Number 2, Diplomat Hotel, Baguio. Another famous location that is always on the list of creepy places in the country is the Diplomat Hotel in Baguio. The hotel is a Dominican retreat house that was built in 1913, then turned into Colegio del Santissimo Rosario in 1915. The Diplomat Hotel is also a witness to the tortures of World War II. It was once occupied by refugees, nuns, and soldiers but was bombed by the American Armed Forces. Because of such occurrence, headless ghosts and otherworldly noises can be heard by locals around the area. Number 3, Malacañang Palace, Manila. As it turns out, the glorious Malacañang Palace is also no stranger to scary stories. The palace was built in the 1970s. Ever since it has seen the worst and best moments of the country. It used to be the home of every nationality that colonized us, from the Spanish leaders to the Japanese leaders. All sorts of ghostly apparitions are said to reside in the area, such as those of soldiers and children, as well as the deceased presidents like President Manuel Quezon and Manuel Rojas. Truly, these ghostly sightings made the palace one of the most haunted places in the Philippines. Number 4, Hospital Ruins, Corregidor Island. Corregidor Island has an important part in history, which makes it one of the haunted places in the Philippines. The abandoned forts and the hospital ruins were once the locations that housed injured and dying soldiers that fought for the liberation of the country from Japanese soldiers. The said locations now serve as the historical memorials to these soldiers, as well as tourist spots that carry scary stories with them. Number 5, Intramuros, Manila. Of course, Intramuros will always be a mainstay in the list of haunted places to visit in the Philippines. The walled city has seen numerous atrocities committed to our fellow countrymen and soldiers from other nationalities. It is even where Dr. Jose Rizal spent the last moments of his life. Naturally, caretakers and people living near the area will have scary stories on the ghosts of soldiers and innocent souls who seem to be seeking justice for the torture they had endured during the colonization years of the country. Number 6, Balay Negros, Negros. Who would have thought that one of the most photogenic tourist spots in Negros is also one of the creepy places to visit in the Philippines? The house was built in the 1890s by Don Victor Fernandez Gaston. In 1901, it was considered as one of the largest houses in the area. The place has been passed down from generation to generation since the Spanish era. Right now, it has been considered as one of the most famous historical landmarks of the country that are open to the public for visiting. Number 7 Baladi Drive, Quezon City. Baladi Drive is no doubt a popular entry to any list of the creepy places to visit in the Philippines. One of the scariest stories attached to the area is the resident White Lady. The history of the said apparition is unclear. Some locals say that she is a student from the University of the Philippines, who was raped. Others say that it was the spirit of Lucila Lalu, the infamous Chop Chop Lady victim in the late 1960s.